Yes, people, I hope you're doing well. I'm gonna get straight into it. I'm just gonna jump right in. We're speaking about Tottenham versus Spurs. I don't know, let me just put my phone over here in case we get some more notifications. But listen, I see a lot of people are worried about this game. And I understand, I get it. Prior to the past two seasons where we beat them at their ground, we lost like 5 seasons in a row there. And in those 5 seasons, we didn't score a single goal. But the curse is broken, people. The curse is broken. And that curse broke in the 4-peat season. I'll tell you exactly when it broke. In the 4-peat season against Tottenham Hotspur at White Hart Lane in that FA Cup fixture where we beat them 1-0 on their ground. It was a corner. Nathan Ake scored from a set piece to win us the game. Now, considering it was Tottenham away, we celebrated that win. We haven't won there for the past 5 seasons. So it's understandable. But that same season, we went to their ground. We needed to win. It was the second last game of the season. We needed to win. Arsenal had already dropped points against Aston Villa, so we were 2 points ahead. If we even drew that game, that would be above us on the table by goal difference. We needed to win. We went there and we won that game 2-0. We all know the game. The game that Arsenal said Tottenham threw away just so they wouldn't win the league. The same goal they said that Son botched or missed on purpose because he didn't chip it over Ortega. Well, let me tell you this. If Son missed that goal on purpose in the Tottenham versus Man City game, second last game of the season in the 23-24 season, then let me ask you this question. Did France throw away the FA Cup final? I believe it was Thuram or Chouameni who was through on goal. The exact same position that Son was in that game. Emi Martinez, off his line, Thuram or Chouameni, I can't remember, takes the shot, keeps it low. Emi Martinez puts his foot out, makes the block. Carbon copy, exact replica of what happened that night at White Hart Lane when Son took the shot and Ortega off his line stuck his foot out to make the block. People were making videos left, right and center, putting it above each other. It's exactly the same. So if you're saying Son missed that on purpose, then you're saying France threw the World Cup on purpose. Foolishness. Stop being ridiculous. It's heat of the moment. Yes, he could have chipped the keeper, but in their minds, we need to get a goal here because we were 1-0 up. They needed to equalize. He's not thinking, let me do this and this and that. He's thinking, I need to score. Let me just hit this as hard as I can and hope for the best. It happens in football. You get me? So it's like, they had a chance after that, I believe. Pepe Sarr with a header and it just missed the crossbar. It went over. People say they threw the game. They didn't try to win. Bro, they tried to get something out of that game. But you're looking at it through whatever lens you want to see it through. But hey, the curse is broken, people. White Hart Lane is nothing to be feared anymore. Now, I'm not saying this because I'm mad confident, because we know Spurs have it in them to play crap for 2 months and then all of a sudden turn up against us. We've seen this countless times before. I'm not underestimating them in the slightest. Because they did beat us at the Etihad this season. But then again, they beat us at the Etihad the season before. 4-0, that was. This season it was 2-0. But for the past 2 seasons, when we went to their ground, we beat them. So I'm not worried. I genuinely am not worried. Because I know that if we do our job, we can win this game. I'm sure they're going to have the same belief after their win in the Champions League. Let me just pull up who they played. Because Chelsea played Napoli, they beat them 3-2. Let me go to matches. Okay, never mind, I'm here already. The fact that they came 4th is astounding to me. But that's in the Champions League. I'm going to mention... Just a second. Frankfurt. They played Frankfurt. It was an away game for them. It was an away game. But it was Frankfurt. I'm not saying Frankfurt are crap or anything. You know. But... You know, they won 2-0. I'm sure they have a little bit of confidence about them. After that win, we got our win against Galatasaray, 2-0. Yes, ours was a home game, but considering that we lost 3-0 to Bodo Glimt and we just got pummeled by Man United, I can say the same for us about the Wolves game and the Galatasaray game. Because that gave us confidence to go into this game thinking or knowing we can do a job. Now let me get into another point here. I already said the curse is broken. Tottenham came 4th in the Champions League. We came 8th. Ah, they must be better than us. Look at the league table. We are 2nd, 4 points behind Arsenal, the best team in Europe. They are 14th in the league, bro. 14th. Arsenal beat Inter Milan away at the San Siro. 3-1. The very next game, got beat off Man United at home. I'm saying. The Champions League and the league, different gravies. Different gravies. Yeah? So I'm not taking into consideration their Champions League form. What I am taking into consideration is their league form. They just lost to West Ham at home. 2-1. West Ham. Listen, West Ham have been improving lately. But come on. West Ham. And we worried about them? Listen. I'm concerned, but I'm not worried. I'm concerned because there are things that can go wrong for us. I'm thinking about the physicality in the midfield, depending on the lineups we go with. I'm thinking about the errors in defense that could take place. I'm thinking about our attack not firing on all cylinders, not putting away the chances we create. Because that's been a problem for most of the season. We create chances, but we just can't put them away. Whether it's we taking the shots, but it's either going wide or over the bar, straight at the keeper, or we get that final pass wrong every time. I'm thinking about Sunderland, Brighton. I'm thinking about Chelsea. These 3 games are perfect examples of what I just mentioned. We create chances, but we just can't put them away. Listen, if we have a chance to win, if we're going to win this league, or at least put our best foot forward to attempt to win the league, we need to stop putting our chances away. We need to be more clinical. Listen, if we can get the midfield right, to be honest, I'm not worried about our defense. Kusa and Gay at centre back, I feel safe. Donnarumma in goal, no problem. Nunes at right back, please, let me have it. You know what I'm saying? And then it will be either Aït-Nouri or Nico O'Reilly at left back. Matter of fact, let's get into the lineup. I'm ready. Now I do want to do something different here, because, and I'll tell you why. We played Haaland and Marmoush together against Galatasaray. Before I continue with that statement, let me just get the midfield and the defense right. So we already clarified, we're going with Kusa. Yo, this guy is what, 20, 21 years old, bro. When he gets to his prime, he's gonna be such a problem. I can't wait. That run he made against, oh, that run he made. I'm still feasting on that. That run he made into the midfield. Yes, he took a bad touch in the end, went out for a throw-in. But I need to see more of that, bro. I need to see more of that. If he took the right touch, because he was heading for that right wing position. If he got his touch right, the cross he would have put into that box for either Haaland or Marmoush to get on the end of, it would have fed me for generations, bro. It would have fed us for generations. Kusanov has a mean cross on him, bro. I wish he got that touch right so we could have seen it in live action. This guy takes free kicks and corners for Uzbekistan, you know. I don't know why we don't put him on set pieces. He has a mean free kick. At Lens, or Lens, however you pronounce it. The team we got him from, he was on free kicks. He was scoring from free kicks. Doing up this celebration here. Scoring from free kicks. Why don't we put him on free kicks? I know the staff who brought him in. I know they know this. They need to deliver this information to Pep, because maybe Pep don't know. Because Pep said he didn't know who Kusanov was until, you know, until he came in. Maybe Pep don't know. Someone needs to tell him, bro. Nunes is another one. Why don't we put him on corners? Because we've seen his level of crosses. You know what now? Since I'm going to give Nico O'Reilly a bit of a rest in this game. I'm going to go Aït-Nouri at left back. I feel our chance creation will be that much higher with Aït-Nouri in those wide areas. Because we'll have, you know what? I'll get to that. Come on, bro. Why did you take it so long for? Nouri. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna play Nouri here. Obvious midfielders. We're going Rodri. And Bernardo Silva. I don't want to go with Rodri and Nico G together just yet. Because Nico G just got back from injury. We need to get some rotation going. You understand? Obviously we're playing Cherky on the right. And The only man who can replace Doku on the left, Semenyo. Here's what I was gonna say about Aït-Nouri. He's gonna be providing the width, right? He's gonna be in these areas here. Semenyo in this area. We seen his last goal for Bournemouth, and it was against Spurs. In this area here, that last goal to win them the game. Boom. Bottom far corner. Give him the space in these areas here. Because Aït-Nouri will be throwing the defenders towards him. Quick pass out to Semenyo. Shoot. Go ham. I need that. And then Matheus Nunes will be doing the same thing on this side for Turkey. We'll have these two in the middle like these. And then my front two. Well, you know what? I'm gonna go with a 4-2-3-1. I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. I'm sorry, Foden. You haven't shown me that you are ready yet. So I'm gonna go ahead and put Reinders in the 10. Now hear me out. Hear me out. Why are you not playing Haaland? I need as much rest as possible for Haaland before the Liverpool game. Because don't forget, we have Newcastle midweek. He's 100% starting that game. 100%. So what I do for this game against Spurs, I start these guys here. I start Marmoush. Yeah? Off the ball, we're going to see something like this. We're going to see something like this. Yeah? Marmoush gets about. He'll be doing these areas. Semenyo, Cherky, these areas. And then we'll have a midfield 3 putting in work. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe Bernardo will take the other side. And then obviously our defenders in the Nunes will be more in the in the middle. Aït-Nouri the same. They'll be taking up these areas here, right? And then obviously our 2 stone brick walls in the back. And obviously, you know what I'm saying, Big Don. I'm begging on a clean sheet, yo, for me. Like for me, I'm begging on a clean sheet. I think this team gets us a clean sheet, if I'm being honest. But listen, I start Marmoush like these, yeah? And then maybe in the second half, bring Haaland on. Take Marmoush off, yeah? See the game out. Because this formation, because Turkey came out in a post-match interview saying the players prefer the system we played against Galatasaray. So I think for the big games, we're going to use that formation. It increases our chances of scoring because we have 2 strikers up front who can be mad clinical on their day. We have Turkey, Semenyo, who can thread a pass. We have Reinders, who can put one over the top through the defense as well. And then we have the crossing threats. Nunes and Aït-Nouri going out wide, putting a cross into the box. We're going to be feasting. We're going to be feasting. But listen, yeah, take him off in the second half. Bring on Haaland. Make a few other subs in the midfield. Maybe in the defense. Take off Aït-Nouri. Bring on Nico O'Reilly just to keep him, match sharp. I don't know. I'll let Pep handle all that. But this is basically what I want to see starting the game. Because we're going to go with the same lineup against Newcastle and Liverpool, I think, that we had against Galatasaray. I believe. I think so. What I think Pep will do is against Liverpool, he'll go with this lineup. Maybe he'll start Foden. Maybe not. Maybe not, Maybe he'll bench Turkey and play Foden in this position here. So Marmoush and Haaland can be up front like this. Picture this Haaland. This Haaland, Marmoush, and then Foden here, Semenyo or Doku if Doku is available here. Or maybe if Doku is available, we'll see Doku on the left and Semenyo on the right. Yeah, but I think instead of Rodri and Bernardo, he's going to play Rodri and Nico G. That solidifies our midfield and defense 3 times over. Because Rodri, he needs legs. Yeah, he needs someone who will do the dirty work for him. And Nico G is that guy. We're not going to see it against Newcastle though. We might see a snippet at the end of the game. We start Rodri and Bernardo, bring off Bernardo, bring on Nico G, just to give us a little taste, you know. But deadass, this is the lineup I would go for against Tottenham. I think this is solid enough. This year, if listen, if this team doesn't beat Spurs when West Ham beat them 2-1 at their ground, and they have been worse at home than away this season, so we have the advantage basically. But then again, our away form hasn't been as good as our home form, so I think that balances out. But listen, I'm going, they might get a scrappy goal here. I'm going to go 3-1. I'm going to go 3-1 City. I'm going to go, yeah, 3-1 City. I'm feeling a 3-1. But yeah, listen, I'm excited for this game, I can't lie. I'm a bit nervous, but I'm excited. Because I know we can win it. But there's so much that can go wrong, bro. There's definitely jeopardy. Because Arsenal play first. And if they beat Leeds, that puts the pressure on us to maintain our current gap. And that's another thing. Arsenal fans are comfortable right now. Because we play Spurs and Liverpool both away. They think we're going to drop points in one of them games and increase the gap. Because their next 2 games isn't that tough. Or at least that's what they think. Allen Road is no walk in the park. And who do they play after that? I'm not sure. But if we beat our next 2 opponents, if we win our next 2 games, that confidence that Arsenal fans got, it's going to disappear quick. They're going to feel the pressure then. And we need to put that pressure on them. We need to put that pressure on them. We need to win these next 2 games. We have to. We just have to. Yes, Spurs away is tough, but Liverpool, we won there 3 times in the past 39 years. I was watching a stream earlier, Daps and LB, they were talking about it. They did the maths. 3 wins in 39 at Anfield. They even made a joke saying that that's 1 every 10 games. And this game coming up against them would be our 40th. So we are due a win against them. That's 1 every 10 games. So that would be 4 wins in 40 years. Or 4 wins in 40 games. That doesn't fill me with confidence for that one. But then again, like I said, Champions League, it doesn't translate into the Prem. Because they just beat Karabakh 6-0. Intimidating, right? What was their last result in the league? Let me just check that. Yo, my laptop processing power is working overtime here. I got mad tabs open. I have OBS open, and now I'm using even more bandwidth and processing power looking this up. They have Newcastle tomorrow. Yo, yo. I'm gonna watch that game. I wanna see what I'm saying. See what I'm saying. Look at this. This is Prem and Champions League back to back. Look at this. Liverpool won, Burnley won. That's in the Prem. 4 days later, they face Marseille. They beat Marseille 3-0. 3 days after that, Bournemouth away. Bournemouth beat them 3-2. Bournemouth. And this is after losing Semenyo. And then, 4 days after that, they beat Karabakh 6-0. Watch how they either lose or draw to Newcastle tomorrow. Watch this. And this is at Anfield. So this will be a good match to see what their home form is like. You know, their current, most recent home form. And this will also be a good game to watch to see where Newcastle is at. Because we faced them in the week, like I said earlier. But I'm not worried, bro. This Anfield thing we have going, I'm not worried about that. Genuinely. Yes, we haven't won there. Like, our chances there aren't. I'm not thinking about that. We beat them 3-0 at home. Yes, they were in different form then, and so were we. But it can be done. And also, it's not, you know, a direct correlation, but it's a good sign to see, you know, your chances of winning the league. Because last season, yeah, we won the season in 23-24. Yeah, who won the league in 24-25? Liverpool. What did they do that season? They beat us home and away. That's what you have to do in a title race. Not that we were in one, but usually in a title race, you have to beat your competitor home and away to increase your chances of winning the league. And if you do, chances are you're going to win the league. Now, yes, they're not in a title race right now, but they are still the league holders. We beat them at home. If we can beat them on their ground, I'm backing us to go all the way. Not just because it's Liverpool away, but because they are the league holders and we will have beaten them home and away this season. Liverpool failed to do that. They lost and drew home and away. We already beat them at home this season. If we can beat them at their ground, I'm saying it with full chest. We win in this league. Especially if we win these next 2 games. I'm going to have chest. Because our only tough away game for the rest of the season, in my opinion, is Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. We might drop points there the way they're playing now. But then again, you know what? I can't even say Champions League, Premier League form don't correlate. Because I think they won their last Prem game. I'm not still going to check that. My laptop can't handle that. But I'm confident for this game, bro. All we have to do is get the lineup right. That's it. And the players have to just get the lineup right. Do your job on the pitch. I'm not worried. I'm not worried. I think we win this. I stand by my prediction, 3-1. But yo, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so yet. Hit the like button. Turn on post notifications so you can be notified of the next video I post. I'll see you in the next one.